30 racks of PBR.
Amen, brother.
But also, most Americans listen to that.
Not because of
Yes.
but because of everything else. No, that's biological warfare, brother. Like,
How was
yeah, so I
doing
got-
drugs with your grandma?
dude, it was killer, man. Earth Day. Fuck yeah, Earth Day, dude. Wrong side of heaven and the right side of hell. You know what I mean? Welcome to the Riff Report, the loudest quarter on the internet. I'm Tyler,
And I'm Ryan.
and we're here to fill you in on all things punk, metal, alternative, anything loud, anything heavy. Today, we are going to kind of do, not a repeat, but we're skipping out on our deep dive and our artist feature. Got a lot more news to talk about. It has been a hot fall. Hot off the press fall. We do have a little bit of a fun new segment near the end where me and Ryan are going to decide on a couple things, and hopefully we can come to terms with what we decide. And our tracks of the week. We're going to go ahead and start with you, Ryan. What have you been listening to?
Well, I've been listening to a lot of new music.
Oh, yeah.
There's been a bunch of stuff that's come out in the past couple weeks, so I've been jamming into a lot of new stuff, a lot of first listens, which is kind of unlike me. I'm kind of a man of habit, so I usually find a handful of things that I really like, and I just go super hard into the paint until
Yeah, I
I
get
don't
it.
want to listen to this shit anymore.
Right.
But I don't know, dude. I've been watching a lot of live music lately on YouTube.
Okay.
Checking out some like KEXP live sets, just some live sets of band shows. But one of them that I've been really digging lately is the band Idols.
Okay.
Their NPR Tiny Desk set, which you should check out if you haven't seen it, dude. It is
I have
killer.
not. Hell yeah. As killer as Turnstiles?
Dude, I might. It's probably better.
Okay.
It's probably better than Turnstile. I'll caveat this by saying I do like Turnstile, but I think the hypest that they've ever been has passed.
Yeah.
They're popular. They're popular now, which is cool. I mean, it's cool for hardcore.
Yeah.
They make a little more accessible music, so now you get to see them on Taco Bell commercials. But I think that, yeah, dude, you haven't seen this?
No, I haven't. That's crazy.
Fucking side tangent. This is a little crazy, but Taco Bell has 3 different commercials running. One of them features Turnstile, another features Scowl, and another features Military Gun.
Okay. Looks
Yeah.
like Tony Hawk is also involved.
He's in the Turnstile one.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, I know in this world of alternative rock, we're supposed to be against capitalism and the man, but I mean, if you got to watch shitty commercials anyway, they might as well be cool.
That's what I'm saying. It's Taco Bell for one thing, which has always held it down. For me personally, I don't know about anyone else, but Taco Bell is always the go-to for the shittiest Mexican food, but it's cheap. You know, I don't know. I worked at Taco Bell for like 4 or 5 years, so maybe I'm a little bit biased about that, but I don't know. Out of all of the fast food joints, there's 2 that come to mind immediately, and we've discussed this in the past, but Taco Bell for one thing, cool for skaters, cool for drunk people, cool for regular people. It's cool for everybody. It's just fucking cool. Jimmy John's, right. Jimmy John's also has a vibe. Now, having worked there for a number of years, they try and not get that vibe, but there's just a certain group of people that end up working at Jimmy John's, and it's always stoners. It's dudes with long hair, chicks with pink hair, blue hair, you know,
it's
alternative.
Definitely just as a whole, it's people who look like they trip on acid on their weekends.
Exactly. You know what I mean? and can confirm. Anyone I met when I went to my corporate training, same deal. We were all like that, but we had to hide that, from corporate.
Yeah.
But once we all got together, like, it was the coolest thing ever. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's
you
awesome.
Guys are licking toads and fucking eating mushrooms.
You know what I mean? Just having a great time.
Yeah. Hell yeah. No, but I mean, those are good words to hear if you worked at Taco Bell, but you still stand by their side.
Right. Yeah, of course.
So they don't do any sketchy shit with their food or anything like that. Like, it's pretty safe.
Yeah, it's all above water. You know what I mean? Like, it's as, I'm not gonna say as quality as you can get, but it always depends on who is running the store itself. You know what I mean? The restaurant, sure. And that goes for any restaurant. They could try their best to, on the facade, showcase something, but in the back, if the people who clean the place aren't doing that, I'm sure everyone listening, and myself too, have heard horror stories of other restaurants, kitchens, and everything that just cockroaches coming out of the FRP and
I've seen
wet,
shit,
gross. Dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It just all depends on who's taking care of it. But the vibe of Taco Bell, and most of the people that I had worked with, we were all cool. You know what I mean? Lifelong friendships were made. So,
hell yeah. Well, fuck yeah, Taco Bell.
Yeah, fuck yeah to you, Taco Bell.
Anyways, a story that Pepsi Cola.
Pepsi owns Taco Bell. Yeah. I don't know if you knew that, but
I did know that they own like a bunch of crap. But
yeah,
that's cool that you're giving them free advertising here, Tyler.
Hey, just send us money, please. I'll do it as many times as you need. Just coupons?
Just send me some Taco Bell gift cards. I'll be super happy.
Well, some merch, some cool merch.
Dude, I would rock a Taco Bell shirt if somebody
like a Baja Blast acid wash shirt, dude. Yeah, that'd be
be pretty cool. Yeah. You had me thinking white trash until you said the acid wash. And then I was like, all right, that's pretty cool.
That's gonna be badass.
Spoken like a true Jimmy John's employee.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Spent a lot of time.
But anyways, this whole story has been formulated by one thing, and that's my track of the week.
Yes.
It is by Idols, and the song is "I'm Scum." It's a wild punk rock song that just kind of reminds me of like being a drunken sailor. I don't know why, but it's pretty good. It is the highlight of their NPR Tiny Desk set. In my opinion, I think their energy is really good when they play the song. And yeah, I've just been listening to a lot of Idols, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's just I watched that Tiny Desk, and now I
fell in love, dude. Nice. I love that.
Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about it a little more later, but speaking of Idols, I did see a pretty cool brief clip over the weekend from a Riot Fest. Idols played at Riot Fest like Saturday night. I'm not sure. Jack White joined them for a song, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that does seem really cool. I love that.
Yeah,
love to get it.
What have you been listening to, man?
All right, so I'm taking the opposite side of the spectrum from you. I've been listening to nothing but old music. I did yesterday. I got an opportunity to go to a show. Bitched out on doing any recordings for the Riff Report, but I'll get there. I got to figure out my own little script, my character, my persona when I do that. You know what I mean? I feel like you gotta kind of if you're doing live, like okay, hold on. Let me say this. When you're doing your clip recording, you're right there, you're on your own, you're on the beach, you're having a good time. I'm out there on the front lines, trying to get the word out for us. It's a different kind of mindset, That's in my defense, But I've got a lot of shows coming up this year, so you'll
get there.
Exactly, I'll get there for sure. I mean, we've got one coming up on Wednesday, and I think I'm got the jitters out. I'm re-familiar with the scene. But the show was
just remember that you're a lightweight before you start putting on the drinks. You got to get that out of the way.
I pre-gamed 2 at dinner, so maybe that was my mistake. It was a couple of Coronas, no big deal.
Dude, we all know that'll fuck you up.
Nah, I wouldn't say it fucked me up anymore because I'm better at drinking now.
You're welcome.
Thank you. But yeah, so I was at the intersection yesterday, and we got to catch, for the first time, the Elevation, which is a venue I have not been to yet. Granted, I've been to the intersection upstairs in the main one. We went together for Summer Slaughter. You go around the building, though, and there's an access point to get down to the Elevation, which I think is the funniest name for the venue because it's in the basement. It's
downstairs?
It's a downstairs.
I was thinking it was upstairs for
nope.
sure.
No, it's downstairs. There's three venues located in that building. There's the main stage area, whatever, for bigger sets. There's the Elevation off to the side, and then off to the side of that is something called the Mint. I don't know what that's about. I don't even know if it's a venue, but it's still on there, and it's a venue building, so maybe it's like a speakeasy kind of bar. Maybe they do like jazz and like light acoustic and coffee or something. I don't know. You name it the Mint. Like, I figure you got to do something a little fancy, a little hoity-toity. But yeah, we got to check out the Elevation downstairs. It was the world tour, or U.S. tour, we'll say. I guess their world tour. North Lane was headlining. There was also Wind Waker opening and Like Moths to Flames. Now, I'm going to say this little story and then I'll get to my track because it involves the headliner. But so Wind Waker started. I've heard a couple other songs. Haven't been able to catch them. I think this is their first time in Grand Rapids, so they were really excited to be there. They had a great energy. They were that kind of metalcore, rapcore, kind of bounce, like little Amuri at times, but without the lyrical content that Reiki puts out. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then that was followed up by Like Moths to Flames. And let me tell you, I'm not disappointed in their set. They played a lot of great songs. Seen them before. Talked about it before. Chris just seemed a little cranky this time. The last time we saw him, he was just so thankful to be there. He was great with the crowd. His crowd work. Everything, But last night, he was riffing on the crowd the entire time, and I'm okay with a little riffing and raving and whatever, you got to we're metalheads, you got to get a little angry, you know what I mean, kind of utilize that. But This guy was just kind of, it's like, oh, you guys are fucking lazy, like whatever, we love this side of the crowd, shit like that, like, oh, fuck you guys. And we're like, all right, you're coming off a little strong, man, like, you ain't got to be like that, but all right,
tour, man.
That was the first show for the tour.
Well, maybe the problem is they needed to get warmed up.
Yeah, I can see that. But
maybe they're grumpy.
Maybe. Well, it was him. It was just him. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Don't blame anybody else for this. This was all on Chris. But like I said, he had some good energy. He was really pumping up the crowd. Then followed up by North Lane, which this isn't their first time in the U.S., but I think it's been quite a while since they have. I know COVID fucked up visas for everybody. And it's been hard for a lot of other bands that aren't as renowned, to get over here and play some shows.
Right.
But I'm happy I finally got a chance to see them. I'm not kidding when I say this. They were one of the heaviest sets I've ever seen from any band ever. It was fucking sick. Now, the song of the week comes from their last full album that we got, Obsidian Carbonized. I don't know, like, it's talking about it and finally getting to see it live, like, just imagining how they were in the recording studio. I can see how this band can thrive and survive in the future. Just, they're talented at what they do. There's 4 dudes up on stage. One guy's knocking out guitar, synth, some percussion on this little MIDI board, bass sometimes, because there's no dedicated bassist. Literally every song. What's the guy's name? John, I think, the guy who does all the production and shit, with the MIDI board and playing guitars. He had
John Dealey.
Yeah, John Dealey, yeah. He had a new guitar for every song. They would play a song, get done, guitar tech would come up, hand him a new one, rinse and repeat the entire set. They played like 10, 12 songs or something, and it was insane. All respect to them. And I used to listen to them a lot back during their first couple albums, Singularity.
Discoveries and Singularity are the two that I listened to.
Yeah. I just learned Billy at work is a huge Northlane fan as well, but I think only those 2 albums. So when I mentioned it to him yesterday that I was going, he was like, "Oh, fuck, I love Northlane." I was like, "Oh, cool. I'll send you some videos." So I'm going to show him that and everything. But yeah, now they've got a new vocalist, not from those first 2 albums. He came in around 2014, I want to say, Marcus Bridges. And they've all just been doing Bridge, excuse me, singular.
Yeah.
They've been doing great, and I absolutely love them. So if you're looking for a nice, heavy, kind of ambient, just well-rounded track, the album Obsidian is great. Carbonized, though, goes so fucking hard. Check it out.
Yeah, I'll have to give them a listen again, because I kind of just like straight up fell off on them after the early 2010s. But
yeah,
I do remember that shit being real heavy.
World Eater? I don't know if you remember that song.
Not specifically, to be honest with you.
That's one there. And then, yeah, Dispossession was a really big one, but
I am seeing off of Singularity this song Masquerade. It features a member of Stray from the Path, which is pretty cool. I know you're not a giant Stray from the Path guy, but I like them a lot.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm sure I would have fun at this show as well, but I'm not super familiar with any of this stuff.
Okay.
So sounds cool though. Sounds very metal. I do sound like a fucking noob.
That's all right. It's his first day, everybody. Please forgive him.
It is my first day. I listen to a wildly different style of things.
Yeah.
Such as I'm wearing my Watain shirt right now.
Excuse
Black
me.
Metal, baby.
Watain?
Watain. Yep.
Sounds like you're just unsheathing a sword.
Actually,
Watain.
Yeah, dude. Check this thing out, dude.
Oh, dude, that's fucking sick, man.
Dude, and it's glow in the dark.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I've got my own cool shirt. We're showing off shirts, dude. No.
Yeah.
Wrong part. Yeah, let's show it off, dude. Just got this one yesterday. For all you video watchers, look at this cool shirt. The old skull. Let's go ahead and do a little flip. Oh yeah.
So sick, dude.
It's so cool.
That back is awesome.
That's what sold it for me. All right, we're done with the fashion show, everybody. For all you audio listeners, you can tune back in.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck?
What's going on? Is he pulling out his dick?
Oh, but don't pull your dick out yet. We're still a little too early in this.
Yeah.
I've only had half a beer, Tyler.
Okay.
Dude, funny enough, last little side tangent before we get into some artist news. But I looked up the Mint to see what it was.
Yeah.
It's on the Intersections website. It just says the Mint, and it says their fucking address and their phone number. Not a fucking lick of anything else.
That's crazy. Maybe they have like secret shows there or something. I don't know if you remember the movie Nick and Nora.
Yeah.
Nick and Nora's Infinite. Yeah, there was that like White Rabbit or whatever.
That was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
For all you hipsters out there, but dude, I miss that. I miss that age of movies.
Yeah.
Like the Michael Cera era,
That's all about blockbusters and AAA titles and algorithms, and nothing's sacred anymore, dude. Nothing. If I can sound like a conspiracy guy again, and that's always how it's been in the U.S. Capitalism and all that. But they find a system, a script, literal, like I said, algorithm. Plug in this character for this funny thing or this serious thing, transition this scene this way, and they're just force feeding and copy and pasting garbage into our minds, dude, to keep us controlled.
Actually, I think I might have found something on the Mint here.
Okay.
A little clue. So I was just scrolling down the line through Google to see, and I found a question on here. What is the capacity of the Mint in Grand Rapids? And I don't. Oh, it looks like it's being pulled from the info section on the Intersections website, but it says the intersection offers 5 stages. The showroom, which has a 1,500 person capacity.
Okay.
That would be where we saw Summer Slaughter.
Yep.
The elevation has an 800 person capacity.
Makes sense.
The stash, wherever that is, has a 400 person capacity.
Okay.
The Mint has a 200 person capacity.
Okay.
And they have an outdoor Rock the Lot stage, which has a 2,200 person capacity.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Way to go, Intersection. You're fucking killing it, dude.
They've got the mark on fucking downtown Grand Rapids music.
Right.
Except for what's the other big one? GLC Live and
Van Andel.
Van Andel, that's the one. Yeah, well, I like smaller places anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Honestly, yeah, the main stage at Intersection is like perfect. You know what I mean? It's big enough. You know, you can get a couple pits going. I can stay crowd surfing for longer than 3 seconds. Yeah. And easy enough access bars and not too crowded, but just enough people. So,
yeah. I mean, I won't talk shit about GLC Live is a pretty cool place.
It used to be known as something else, right? That was 20 Monroe?
20 Monroe.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 Monroe.
I went there for a comedy show forever ago. It's like...
I don't see that being set up very good for that.
Well, it wasn't
that
like bad.
A very big place.
They had those folding chairs up in the front. They had 2 main sections with maybe 100, 200 chairs or something. And then we were up in the nosebleeds, literally in the way back top corner of the balcony. It was a comedy show, so they had I don't know if they had a screen up for him. I don't think they might have. He wasn't recording or anything, so I think they had a screen up, but acoustics were nice. Yeah. We could hear everything. It was fine. Like I said, if it were a show, like an actual like a concert or something, I'd be a little pissed up there, unless it was we were going to see Herb Alpert. I think I could deal with that. But if I'm going to a show that we're talking about on the Riff Report, nah, man. I'm out there. I'm in the pit. General admission, standing room. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, I've never been to Van Andel, so I can't comment there. But GLC Live, cool show. I'm down with it.
Hell yeah.
Moving into our scene and industry news. We got quite a bit today, actually. I know I normally start with the new releases, but I think I'm going to change things up today just to keep you on your toes, Tyler.
Okay.
Man, I just
nervous.
wanted to. I know you should be. I don't know. I just feel like freeballing right now. So
let's do it.
So we did have a tour announced. I think might not have been today. It might have been yesterday or the day before. I'm not sure. My Chemical Romance announced that they are going back on tour for the Black Parade 2026.
Yup.
I didn't write down. I didn't copy the dates by any means, but it did look like at one point in 2026, they go out to Europe for a little while and then they come back to the States. And what's kind of cool about this tour is it looked like every show is featuring a different supporting act, which is interesting.
Yeah, I was trying to decipher it on Well, I'm on Pitchfork right now looking at it.
Yeah, it looks like one of the shows they play. So they play with Franz Ferdinand, one show. They play with Pierce the Veil. They play with Modest Mouse.
Yeah.
In Detroit, I know they're playing with Iggy Pop, which is fucking sweet.
Might have to go check that one out. All right.
Yeah, dude, it's at Comerica Park too, that's even cooler.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. So I might be interested. I don't know. Tickets for that's probably fucking ridiculous.
I don't know about that. Ridiculous. We'll see. We'll talk.
It's
we'll
fucking
talk
My Chemical Romance, dude.
Yeah, and Iggy Pop. Yeah, he's got to make some money too.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we do luck out from the fact that it's at a ballpark with a lot of fucking seating, so might bring the price down. But yeah, they play another show with someone called Sleater Kinney. I don't know who that is.
Honestly, me neither.
They play with the Breeders, Baby Metal, which is a weird link up, Jimmy Eat World, and the Mars Volta, which would be sick to see too.
Oh yeah.
My Chemical Romance and Mars Volta together would be super sick. But yeah, so that was the big announcement for the weekend. I know My Chemical Romance had been secretly teasing something for a while, and people were I think anticipating a new album since they haven't done that.
Quite a while.
I honestly don't care if they make another album or not. I think
they can just keep playing at this point, right?
Yeah, just keep playing shows. There's nothing. I don't need to hear anything new from you. A lot of the old shit is great, so no need to fuck that up.
Yeah. I can say, just to piggyback a little bit off of it, they will be headlining 3 DWP shows. The Louder Than Life, what was it? Rockville, maybe Aftershock. Those are the more like
I think
rock metal centric ones. So yeah. So me and Kat were talking about like maybe we'll just catch one day. We'll catch the day MCR's there and head on down to Louisville again. Check that out. So it'd be pretty sweet.
Maybe it's a year that you check out a different festival.
Could be. Now I'm not going to Rockville because that's in Florida, and fuck Florida, just because.
You
know what I
mean. Nothing specific, just everything.
Everything personal. Just know one thing. All of Florida, do better. I would like to consider Aftershock. That's out in Sacramento, I think, which would be dope.
Okay, yeah.
You guys were just there a couple years ago, right? Was it Sacramento or was it San Diego?
San Diego. I'm a San Diego guy.
San Diego.
Yeah, dude. I just like to hang loose.
Yeah, right.
I look like a tough guy, but I just like to chill by the water,
dude. I get it. Long hair, don't care, dude. Come on. I was built for that. But yeah, we'd like to check that out. But maybe Riot Fest will be the next one.
What's the one that's in Columbus, Ohio, every year?
There in Columbus is
that? It's not
Sonic Temple. Sonic Temple?
Sonic Temple, yeah.
And then
there's Rock Am Ring, right?
I don't know if they do that. No, Rock Am Ring is European.
Is it?
Yeah, Nuremberg, Germany. Rock Am Ring, yeah, Germany. And then Rock Im Park.
There's 2 in Ohio.
Yeah, the other one is it's called Incarceration. It's a metal tattoo festival at the old the old prison.
Yeah. No, I would like to check out Sonic Temple.
Yeah.
They usually have a pretty good lineup.
I'm just trying to get me one of those jumpsuits from Incarceration. That's the only thing I'm aiming for is going there, getting a fucking jumpsuit. I don't have to go back. That's fine. The less amount of time I spend in Ohio, the better.
For real, dude. No, that's the festival that has the fucking haunted house inside too, right?
I think it's like a haunted prison tour.
Yeah, like a sane asylum or something. Yeah. Anyways, speaking of festivals, we had two big ones this past weekend that you and I both missed out on.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I was really, looking hard. I'm a little short on cashish right now, but if I could have swung tickets to one of the days of Riot Fest this weekend, I would have made the track
Honestly, same.
and gone. But what are you gonna do? There's always next year.
I do know a guy who went. He's a semi-regular at the bar, so I'll just allow us to live. Right, exactly. Just he can tell us all about the experience. I think he only got Saturday tickets. He got one day of tickets, but I'll let you know how he liked it.
I'm pretty sure Kyle from Soothsayer was there the whole weekend.
Okay,
he was posting.
Yeah,
he was posting stories from there all weekend long. It looked like a fucking killer time.
I believe it.
But yeah, shit's been all over my feed from Riot Fest and Louder Than Life, and it's making me sad that I didn't get to go. But it's kind of wild, actually. A handful of bands played double duty over the weekend at both festivals, dude.
Dang.
I know specifically, I think Knocked Loose played on Friday in Chicago, and then went straight to Louder Than Life to play on Sunday.
Yeah. I will say it's not that bad of a drive from around here to Louisville. It's like 4 hours, dude. You know?
Yeah.
And spending a life in like a tour bus, like, yeah, I mean, that kind of sucks. Like, you're getting out there, crowd, festival stuff, but sets are usually shorter at festivals, so,
True.
It's got to be some good money, though, no matter what.
For real. Actually, Louder Than Life was a hometown show for Knocked Loose, which
yes, it was
pretty fucking hype.
Yeah.
But some other bands that I saw that were on double duty for the weekend, Knocked Loose, of course, All Time Low played at both festivals. Sweet hardcore band. Well, I guess they're not hardcore. I don't know what you would classify them as, but sweet metal band that I like. Throne played both festivals, and then I also saw Big Ass Truck played.
I still need to listen to them. My brother, the guy who's less into, I'm not gonna say heavy music, like he listens to it. He's usually listening to the DIY, like hardcore. That's kind of his thing. It's just crazy to me because he doesn't.
Okay.
He'll crowd surf for sure. It's been a while. I keep trying to convince him. Anytime we go to a show, I'm like, get the fuck up there, dude. Oh, did he? I don't think he went when we went to Chiodos. I don't think he got up there. But he was having a great time. But yeah, I was telling him about some show, and Big Ass Truck's gonna be there. And he's like, dude, you need to listen to them. I was like, fine, all right, get off my back. Like,
yeah,
I'll listen to them.
They're pretty sick.
Hell yeah.
They're pretty sick. I haven't given them enough of my time either, but I'd imagine listened to them a handful more times than you. They've popped up on some of my radio stations a lot.
Okay.
Because I usually am more on the like hardcore side of things, so they kind of fit in with some of those bands that I listen to. I saw a bunch of snowflakes were upset about Guar's set at Riot Fest this weekend.
I couldn't find anything on that. What happened?
So Guar was doing what Guar does,
right?
And they, put on some theatrics, and I'm pretty sure they've done it at every show since Donald Trump has taken office, but and they do it with every other president, from what I hear, from what I've read on the internet. They brought out a prosthetic, a man wearing prosthetics that looks like, obviously it's Donald Trump. He gets very brutally killed with his entrails being dragged out of his body, blood spraying everywhere. They also had Elon Musk there getting his head chopped off. Apparently people were upset, and with the political climate of everything that's going on, apparently they say that it's normalizing violence.
I don't think so.
They're just being a bunch of bitches.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I mean, that's just GWAR. They're aliens. What do they care about human politicians for? They don't. No.
They don't.
Get them out of here. They don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen GWAR live. I've definitely seen plenty of videos.
I've seen GWAR from a distance, and it made me really sad I didn't get in that crowd. They were at...
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see them.
I don't remember where they were. They must have been at... Is it Louder? Some years ago?
That would make sense.
Yeah, I was going to say Warped Tour, but I can't imagine GWAR on Warped Tour.
I don't think so. I think they played like Ozfest back in the day, but I don't think they ever played Warped Tour.
Okay. Yeah, that was a distant show, and I was like, I mean, they're cool, but maybe I was just being counter culture and just being like, oh well, I don't need to see them. Like they're overrated, and now I'm older, and young you is stupid. Stop it. Just go enjoy the things you can enjoy. That's
for real.
Me now talking to Pasty.
No, I mean, I get where you're coming from because I don't think I've ever been like, oh, I'm going to fucking listen to GWAR right now and just put their music on.
Right.
But it's kind of just like for the show. I mean, there are a lot of artists that I won't listen to in my free time, but I would take a fucking free ticket to go see their show if I could.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So they're one of them. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like from what I've read online, they're not just picking on Donald Trump. They've done this to every single president. They did it to Biden, or with Biden, whatever. I don't know.
Right. I love how you look around like, no.
They've done it. I think I felt the ghost of fucking, who's their old singer that died?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
Yeah. I felt a fucking breeze on my back that I couldn't explain because the air conditioning in my house
large cock on your shoulder.
Yeah, dude, it probably was a large cock.
Classic.
But yeah, so that was the news that I could drum up from the past weekend at these festivals. Okay. Hopefully next year at this time I'll be at Riot Fest and you'll be at Louder Than Life.
Yeah. I will say on Louder Than Life's side of things, the whole festival was just different for everybody. As a loudmouth myself, that's what we call ourselves, okay? Get over it. They changed the whole setup. I mean, the last two, the CEO, I believe is what he was, Danny Hayes, shouts out to you. Danny, you held it down for so long. He and his I don't know, like coworker, some colleague, somebody he worked with, Ashley is her name. They ended up leaving the company earlier this year to go focus on other ventures. So that brought in a whole new crowd of executives to try and run this a new way, a different way, whatever. So they ended up moving the festival grounds from the lawn and by the highway up towards the expo center itself. So they were up in that main parking lot area. Took that completely over. But that gave everyone access to Kentucky Kingdom right next door. So they set up a stage in there at the amphitheater. Limited room. It was like, I don't know exactly how many people they could have, but that was their 7th stage, which is 2 more stages than any time I'd been there. The festival grounds themselves, were twice as large to make room for all the new food vendors, those extra stages, water stations, everything. They were just trying to blow it out of the park, and it sounds like they did, but that also introduces a lot of new people who are just hearing about the festival, want to get in on the craze, do all that. A lot of people were not happy about how the festival went in general. But like I said, I'm thinking it's just new people who either are used to smaller shows that are only one night, or smaller festivals that are 1-2 days, and haven't been to a 4-day just goddamn extravaganza that Louder Than Life has become. So, and then everyone dropped, well, not everyone, but a lot of people drop $1,000 on VIP, $2,000 plus on like ultra VIP and want all these benefits, and they're like, that wasn't enough. I spent all this money, blah blah blah, me. And if you hate it that much and don't like the benefits, don't fucking buy them. Just be a general admission peasant like me and just enjoy the goddamn show. That's what you're there for. 4 days of rocking with your cock out.
Dude, no offense. That nice call out.
Thanks.
No offense, but I don't think there should be any of this fucking VIP shit at metal shows.
Yeah.
VIP what?
It's a way to get extra money, but it gives you these VIP. You're a VIP person. It's not a membership. You just drop X amount, but you usually get extra shade, dedicated kind of seating. Like they'll have tables up. They'll have faster lines, or they used to have faster lines for merch. Like if you were a VIP ticket holder, you could kind of skip the line. They had all of us peons in the old S line. Whereas the VIP was just like pretty much a straight line in the corner. You know, they would let a VIP person go and then let a group go. And then, you know.
This might be a hot take, but that's fucking lame.
Yeah, super lame. It makes no sense to me.
Could you imagine being a fucking, I don't know, I'll just fucking throw out municipal waste fan. You're a municipal waste fan wearing your fucking battle vest.
Right.
And you bought a fucking VIP ticket and you cut the line of all of the fucking same people as you that have been waiting in the fucking line to get the same shit that you're waiting to get. Just wait in fucking line.
Right. Exactly.
Nobody likes wait in line, but everybody has to fucking do it.
Oh, the big draw this year was the viewing platforms, which they set up 3-story viewing platforms for people to have some seating, see the stages, you know, unhindered by the crowd. But those are like
that's pretty sick, actually.
Kind of near like the middle to back of the crowd. At Louder Than Life, they kind of cut the VIP sections into the corner of the stage. Like it pretty much lines up with the edge corner of the stage. So you got some pretty nice.
That's kind of how Riot Fest is.
You know, but the general admission also has direct access to the front of the stage completely. So a lot of people were like, you know, well, why can't we get closer? Why can't we get closer? And it's like, then just go out into the general admission area. Like, just fucking get in the crowd. Like, we're metalheads. Right. Like, you know,
don't be afraid of
have
people.
Some etiquette, but don't be a bitch about it. Like, just get in there. You know what I mean? That's what we're here for. I know at Bourbon and Beyond, the other festival that DWP does either the week before next year, big thing, they're doing it the week after Louder Than Life. Crazy. But they cut off like 100 or 200 feet. I don't know exactly the measurements, but from the front of the stage for their VIP people. But Bourbon and Beyond is more of like a country, Americana, folky, bluegrass, like, you know, kind of classic what you think Louisville is about kind of set of shows. It's pretty much everything else.
Yeah,
you know,
like a racist
rap.
set.
Yeah. That's one way to describe it for sure.
Yeah, like I will say the old-fashioned racist gathering.
The Pixies were there this year, so are you calling the Pixies? Sick. I think they were.
No, I wouldn't. No, I'm just poking fun.
Okay, yeah, of course.
To be honest with you, being in Louisville, Kentucky, drinking bourbon and listening to bluegrass music sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I would do it. Unfortunately, that's like one of those experiences that I was just talking about earlier that I would never put that on. But
the Pixies?
Someone gave me a free, no, like a bluegrass, like country bluegrass or whatever. If somebody gave me a free fucking ticket though to a cool show,
right?
I would be stoked.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck were we even talking about? Oh, we've been talking about
tour. Yeah. Louder Than Life, Riot Fest, all that. Yeah.
What a conversation. Hell yeah. Well, yeah, those were sick. And if you went to those shows, fucking comment on our shit and tell us how it was.
Right.
Tell us your favorite story from Riot Fest.
I might throw up some call outs on some of the Facebook groups I'm in for Louder Than Life. Maybe we can get some loudmouths in on here and let us know. Talking to you guys, let us know, because I got to miss out on it and it broke my heart.
Damn. Well, what also broke my heart this week is that news had passed that the singer of At the Gates, Thomas Lindberg, he passed away after his battle with adenoid cystic carcinoma, which we just publicly found out about, I don't know, less than a month ago.
Something like that. We were talking about it right after he made the announcement, first couple episodes, so.
Yeah, if my memory serves me correctly, I believe it said that he's been battling this since 2023 or something like that.
Yeah.
And he just recently had gone public with it. I know he was he was lined up to have some sort of surgery on his throat to, I would assume, cure him.
Right.
And I'm not sure if this was just the cancer that had finally beat him, or if this was complications with any sort of surgery stuff, but he has passed away. It is a big hit to the metal community, as we've talked about in the past. At the Gates is just a very important leader in the OG metalcore scene. So Thomas Lindberg, rest in power.
Rest in power, big dog. Thanks for everything.
But also, I've been listening to a lot of them since the news has sprung, and I did want to say, if you have not listened to their stuff, I highly recommend that you do. And one of the songs that I just recently remembered that I love a lot is "The Death in the Labyrinth" from their album that I'm not prepared to speak of right now. The album is called At War with Reality. It came out in 2014, and it was a damn good album. So I highly recommend going and check that out. Also, the best album, one of the best metal albums of all time, Slaughter of the Soul. Go check that out. It's damn good.
I got a whole tattoo to it. It shaped the whole rest of my life listening to
that. Moving on, we got news from UK hardcore group Guilt Trip. They've announced that they're signing with Roadrunner Records, which I would assume is a pretty big deal on their behalf. They also released a new track called Burn alongside of this news of signing. So that's pretty cool. I also saw another funny post today, actually. We talked about it, I want to say a couple of weeks ago, but Kublai TX has become endorsed by Monster Energy Drink. They are now the first band ever to incorporate a Monster Energy fridge to their stage setup. They just parked that baby right in there next to their guitar cabinets.
What are they, just whipping cans out in the crowd or something? Is that their stash? Like, I need to see them now, because I want to know how that works. Like, what are they doing with it? You know, they're throwing out Monster to the crowd. Actually, I'm there.
Yeah, for real. Hopefully it's sugar free. Take that note, please, Matt Honeycutt. Please. I would like an OG sugar free Monster, or I'll take a white can, whatever you want.
You know.
But yeah, I'm not sure. This is the first, I think, sight of this since their endorsement. So yeah, if they come back on tour, I'm going to see them because I'm interested. But these are pretty jacked dudes. I don't know. I mean, and they're playing some pretty tough shit. I wonder, like, you have to have a refrigerator full of Monster Energy drink to play that.
That's what I'm saying. Hell, dude, half the time I need to have that just to listen to it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, gets you going. No, if I throw on Kublai Khan in the morning with my morning shower, I don't even need a Monster Energy drink.
Okay,
I don't need a coffee. I don't need nothing. That shit gets me going.
Right. Hell yeah. All right. Nice.
And you know what? It is a funny but true joke that goes around the internet that the only people that listen to Kuba Khan are like tough guys, like gym people who lift weights.
Right.
And I'm not going to lie. It is the best music to listen to lift weights to.
They make me want to lift weights. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Kuba Khan and Slaughter to Prevail will make you lift some shit. The last little bit of artist news before we get into new releases. I think we have talked about him recently, which is a little funny, but ex Attack vocalist Austin Carlisle posted a new video of himself tracking vocals in the studio for what seems to be somewhat of a heavy metalcore project.
Okay.
I have not been a big fan of this guy or any of the bands that he's been in, so I don't pay attention to his shit. But apparently, he was accused of some sexual misconduct.
Yeah.
In which case he has gone in hiatus from music for a while.
Yeah.
Is what I gather. So this apparently is a big surprise because this is his first post of new music since everything has gone down. And I don't know if you watched that video when I sent it to you, but he sounds like fucking shit, dude.
Yeah, I think I pulled it up or saw the thumbnail on it and was just like, I'll catch it later. It wasn't like, oh, I have to see this now. I love Austin Carlisle. I listened to him Attack when they put out their first two albums. Of Mice and Men, I followed for a little while, but I dropped them off in the allegations, and I'm like, I don't need to waste my time with this. There's so many other great bands out there that don't operate in such a way as some of these other metalcore singers, and I'd rather listen to them than the weird ones. So
I agree.
Yeah.
Not even just the sexual misconduct, which is bad enough in itself.
Right.
I think their music is not that interesting. So why?
Whoa. Yeah, you tell them.
Oh,
exactly. Right.
Man.
Right.
So yeah, go listen to better shit. I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
Go listen to the new Devil Wears Prada. It's better.
Yeah. Coming out, what, November 14th?
November 14th, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's see. We got a lot of new releases this week, mostly tracks, track drops. Last week was the big one for albums. This week is the big one for tracks. First one that is up is, I don't know if this is pronounced Mercia, but the way that it reads is America.
That's what I thought it said at first. I was like, oh, okay, from Thornhill? Like, y'all got some shit to say?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it might be Mercia.
It is. Sure, yeah, it's Mercia.
Okay, Mercia by Thornhill. This is a band that I've talked about in the past on the show. They're really good. Little on the heavier side. They kind of remind me of like a Deftones style band. They're kind of like almost like a droney yet melodic, like shoegaze. And they're really good. So I'd go check it out. This new track's pretty good. We also got a new EP by the band Spiritual Cramp. The EP is titled Automatic. It's got a handful of songs on there. I'm a big fan of this band. Have been for a little while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got me into them.
And yeah, they're sick. I mean, it's good when you work in the public, when you work at a bar or restaurant, you have to be very selective about the music that you play.
Right.
You don't want to offend anybody. You don't want to get too crazy because then people cry and they complain that the music's too scary. And you got to be worried about you got to be worried to a certain extent about explicit music. So most of your hip hop is cut out of there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spiritual Cramp is like they teeter that line of being heavy but calm enough. Like if it came on the radio a little bit later at night, I could see it. You know?
For sure.
But yeah, this EP is good. Have you listened to it at all?
I've listened to a couple of their songs. I'm looking at it right now. Automatic, I only caught a part of it when it first dropped, and I texted you about like immediately. So I was like, dude, new Spiritual Cramp dropped. And yeah, Young Offenders came out.
It's been out for a couple weeks at least.
For a couple weeks, exactly right. And I listened to that, really enjoyed it. But at my funeral, I don't remember listening to. That must have been beforehand. And we haven't had a Spiritual Cramp release in a while, a couple years at least. Their album Rude's coming up, 2023. So yeah, just a couple years. It's not too bad.
Okay. They've got it. I feel like they've had to have dropped singles or something like that last year at some point.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but yeah, we haven't gotten like a full release from them for a couple years.
Yeah.
Now that we got an EP drop, I would imagine we'll probably not see anything new in the form of a full length until at least next year.
That's fine. I can wait. I'm patient.
Yeah, I can also wait. This will keep me held over for now. So last week we kind of talked. There was a little bit of a whispering in the background about what's going on with Atreyu. They had posted nothing. They had posted a black screen on their Instagram account. They'd wiped everything else. They wrote RIP in their bio. So everybody was curious as to whether they have broken up after the dog shit re-recording of one of their classic albums.
Yeah.
Or if they were teasing something new, like I had seen and forecasted in our last episode. They were teasing something, and what they were teasing was a song called Dead, which sucks.
I haven't listened to it, and honestly, I'm probably not going to. The Atreyu ship has sailed. The lead sails and paper anchors was not a good way to build a ship, and you're done.
They've sunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this song fucking sucks. I think you should listen to it just once, so that you can hear how bad it is and laugh at it. But if you're gonna listen to it right now, I want you to keep something in the back of your head.
Okay.
This song reminds me of the band of a song by Hinder, but with screaming, which
that's
sounds
so lame.
Terrible.
That's so lame.
Yeah. It's because this song is lame. So yeah, I guess we don't really have to talk about this band anymore because I can't imagine they're going to release that much more. It doesn't sound like people are very into this song.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe a riff roast later because I'm looking at some of the lyrics and it seems a little, I'm not going to say serious, but it's super cheesy and I don't know if he's talking. Yeah, there's a couple. I'll just bring it up now.
Roast this riff.
Right. So the song starts off, "Tear me to shreds, feels like I'm worthless again." Duh, you are. Lie in this bed I made myself.
Yep, you did.
What if I call? What made this hell? Burned me out. What if I called it a day? What if? Please entertain that for us, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Forfeit the. Yeah, please. What is it? Forfeit the game and hide my face. I don't see that. Slow decay. What would you say? I feel like I'm dying. How would you feel if I were to die tonight? Come on, get over it. It's all right. Suicide is You know, or just cold-blooded murder is a serious thing, and if you need someone to talk to, please reach out, get help. People care about you. But for you, Atreyu, and I can't even remember Brandon. Yeah, Brandon, go fuck yourself. You're done. You're out of here,
dude. Those are always the best.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. That song sucks. Don't go listen to it. So if you see it on your Spotify, tell Spotify not to recommend that shit to you anymore.
Thumbs down.
Moving on. We talked a little bit about them when we were talking about Riot Fest. Big Ass Truck.
Yes.
Released a new track. The track is called Back Wheel Stomp. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't listened to it. I bet it's good though.
I'm pretty sure while I was listening to it a little bit earlier, because we were talking about, I can't say that I've ever listened to Big Ass Truck, but
dude, actually, I lied. I did listen to this song. I listened to it last night.
Okay.
But as I've explained to you yesterday,
you had a pretty big day, huh?
My Chicago Bears played the Dallas Cowboys in one of the few games that I had slated for them to win. Okay. And they, in fact, did whoop up on that ass.
Nice. Let me go ahead and throw this out here, dude. Skull Nation, dog. These are my Vikings. The Vikings also won, so I got to text my dad about that and celebrate that. So hey, if you want to take that, Lions, get out of here, Josh. Wait. Yeah.
Well, they're playing right now as we.
Oh, the Lions are playing. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyways, have you texted your dad yet about the Vikings?
No, I haven't. I've been busy last couple days.
If you want to sound smart when you do, tell him the defense lit it up.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, my Bears, they whooped up on that Cowboy ass as they should. And I put one on during the game and after the game. So I was little loosey goosey last night. I'm pretty sure I saw this track release and I was like, oh, I'm gonna listen to that, and I did, and I don't remember.
Promptly forgot about it, right?
Yep. But one thing that I do remember, because I've been listening to the hell out of it, is new track by California hardcore band Drain.
Mm-hmm.
The song Scared of Everything and Nothing. This is a banger, as Drain always drops, because they're badass. So go listen to them. They're all the new songs that they've released so far have been killer, and I'm excited for a new full length. This next one is a little more up your alley, Tyler.
Yes.
We had a track drop by Many Eyes.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Combust.
It is. Oh yeah, that would just be this is an EP right now until they get a new album out. Have anything like announced for it? Not really, no. Crazy. Yeah, Combust is pretty good. I've been listening to the whole EP that they have set up on Spotify most of the weekend. I guess it's the only newer thing that I've been listening to. But we had a little bit of a discussion at work about it, like, all the accolades I give to everybody in Every Time I Die. I've always fallen under the Keith camp without getting into the whole, business of the brothers, Keith and Jordan and everybody else, and why they broke up, whatever. Shit happens. I have a twin brother myself. You have brothers. Brothers go through shit sometimes and then take some space. Eventually, I'm sure they see each other at family reunions, but I don't know. Yeah. But they don't
want to work together anymore.
Exactly. That's fine. I've worked with my brother. It's a whole different ballgame. You ever worked with your brothers, Ryan?
I have worked with one of my brothers for a little bit, and yeah, it's there's good parts and there's bad parts. There's
exactly.
Hard aspects to that.
Exactly.
And I know he's probably listening. So, what's up, dog? I don't want to work with you anymore. Thank God we live in different states.
Right. And to my own brother, kidding. I know he'll be listening to this. I love you, bro. Hell yeah.
Well, now you made me do it. Love you, bro.
Hell yeah. Sick, dude. Nothing but love out here at the Riff Report. It's guy love between two guys. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Hug your homies, okay? To our
dude.
That's I'll just end the joke there.
You've gone too far.
Gone too far. Combust is really good. The whole, I guess, kind of what I was saying though is, I have not listened to a lot of Better Lovers. I've heard some tracks, liked them, have wanted to stay in the Many Eyes camp though. This release has me not necessarily I'm not going to say disappointed, but a little deflated. The songs are now starting to sound to me like just Every Time I Die 2.0, which is, I guess, exciting, but why not grow, dude? Why not do something different? You know, he's not, I don't think, writing the guitar, the drums, doing all that. He's a vocalist, you know, he's more of a writer. Imagine. But, you know, it just, maybe change it up a little bit, add some variety, you know? But hey, you find a sound, you get your signature, that's fine. I'm still going to listen to you. I just kind of hoped for something a little different. That's all. So.
Yeah, I can agree with you there. I know I was joking with you earlier in the week that Many Eyes did not sound like Every Time I Die.
You're so wrong.
I know. It does. I was just fucking with you. Just jerking your chain.
Oh shit.
But yeah, it does. It sounds like a cookie cutter Every Time I Die.
Yeah.
I can't say the same about Better Lovers. I know you said the difference is, you know, they got different vocalists that kind of changed that sound up. So it makes sense that Many Eyes would sound like Every Time I Die because it's the same vocalist. But Better Lovers doesn't sound like Dillinger Escape Plan. It sounds like a different band. Which also doesn't sound like Every Time I Die, even though I'm sure the music, if you put them side by side without the vocals, might sound similar. But either way, I haven't really listened to much of Many Eyes. I don't quite recall this track. We'll get to it. But yeah, I agree with you. I'm a little disappointed. There's just so much other music going on right now that I'd rather put my time into, and I'm sorry.
I get it.
Being somebody, I used to be a giant Keith Buckley fan. I've listened to Every Time I Die since pretty much the beginning, and I've always been a really big fan. I kind of dropped off after.
Was it Low Teens?
No, I didn't.
That was around our high school time. It was like right after. I think it came out right after I graduated, like 2012.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of went in and out on Every Time I Die because, let's see here, like, I was a real big fan of Hot Damn, Gutter Phenomenon, The Big Dirty, New Junk Aesthetic was awesome.
Yep.
X Lives, I didn't really listen to very hard. I don't know why.
That's when I got into them. It's pretty good.
I don't know why I skipped that album because New Junk Aesthetic, the album before that, was great. And then the album after that, From Parts Unknown, is my favorite.
Yeah, we discussed that. That's when the Norma Jean drummer joined.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who used to play also for Under Oath.
Makes sense.
I think is how it all worked out. Or maybe yeah, because it's 14. Yeah, so just great group of individuals for sure at that time.
Yeah. But then I kind of dropped off after that. I didn't listen to Low Teens. I didn't listen to Radical.
Okay.
I just moved on. So, but also while we're on the topic of Many Eyes and Every Time I Die, we did get a new track from Better Lovers as well. It was almost like we got a couple feuding bands that are just trying to one up each other, and they're like, here's my diss track. No, here's my diss track.
Right.
And I'm just making shit up because I don't know that there's any dissing going on. But yeah, Better Lovers dropped a track called Don't Forget to Say Please. I did listen to this. I do remember this track, and it's pretty good. So I'd check it out. We got a album drop from I Prevail, their new album Violent Nature.
Okay.
I have never really been into I Prevail, but starting this podcast, I've had to kind of pay attention to artists that are outside of my realm. And that was right around the time when I think this single dropped in promotion of this album. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why I felt compelled to give this one my all. So I listened to it the day it dropped. It's not bad.
It's not bad. I Prevail, I think I caught them early on in their 10 years of band. We went on it's not a hilarious story, but me and a couple of my buddies, went on a little like Chicago trip with a bunch of other people. We all pitched in some money to get a party bus. I'm using air quotations because this party bus was a repainted short bus, driven by a guy named Dave, I think is his name. He was wearing the Dave. Old school Harley cabbie hat. Seemed like a huge Metallica fan back in the day. He named it. It was like a kind of crimson red. Literally the same color as my R over here, which is incidentally also my favorite color. But fun facts with Tyler. No. Painted it red. Wrote in like Sharpie or something, or just like kind of painted it on the side. He named the bus To Hell and Back. So Dave was pretty old at that time. Hopefully he's still around, because this was a number of years ago. If you're not around, Dave, rest in power. If you are, keep it going, dude. You're fucking sick. I loved it.
I want Dave's party bus.
That's what I'm saying. We took Jello shots, drank beer on our way up there. Incidentally found out that Dave was totally down with the clown and letting us blow some trees. And we were all pissed off because we had just re-upped, and we're like, oh shit, we could have brought our stuff. Damn. Because we didn't. We were like, it's probably not the move. It was dumb. We should have done something, but we still got plenty drunk. But it was to go see I Prevail at the Cubby. It's like some smaller bar around, the Cubs stadium. I don't know shit about baseball.
Yeah, so. The Cubby bar?
Yeah. There's a stage in there. Decent. Have you ever been there?
I've been outside of there.
Okay.
I'm familiar with the bar.
Gotcha. So yeah, we were there, and it looked like it was just kind of like an open mic night or something, because the night started. We got there as doors were opening and whatnot. The show was starting. The first act was some local dude just like doing some hip hop, like rap stuff, which was cool. It gave me MC Chris vibes for any of you Adult Swim fans out there, and Aqua Teen Hunger Force fans. MC Chris. Always be laying it down. The next set was some funk, soul, like 8-piece band. They put on a really good set. I had a lot of fun seeing them. Somebody else after them, and then I Prevail. And they were all right. Like, they fit all the right check marks, but I just... You know what I mean? I wasn't like, I'm going to follow these guys forever. Like, it's cool to know bands as they start and whatnot. They're pretty local. I don't know if they're from Michigan or somewhere in the surrounding area.
I'm not sure.
Southfield, Michigan. Yeah, they're Michigan made, so.
Oh, nice.
Keep it rock, guys. And they've just been in the news. One of their vocalists either got fired or mutually split. Kind of like a it's been giving me like Mastodon Brent vibes. Also, rest in power. But yeah, I just never really got too far into them. So maybe I'll check this one out. Maybe I won't.
Like he got fired from the band?
Yeah, that's what it's seeming like. And there's been some news about him trying to release a track as a solo artist, and the band was like, no, which I don't see why that would happen. Maybe some music or lyrics were...
I did see that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, this was like a month or two ago, if that. They were having some beef.
I think they like blocked him on contractual issues of some sort. I think it was like too soon for him to be posting music.
Right, trying to releasing music. Yeah, ride the hype of, oh my god, I left, so come listen to me, give me some, shit like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's also pretty lame to, if the band, instigated that. It sounds like a record label move, but
yeah,
if the band was like, no, you can't post music because we just fired you and it's too soon.
Yeah,
that's fucking lame.
That kind of sucks. Yeah.
But yeah, this album is all right, and the title track is pretty heavy.
Okay.
I did go back and take a look at Spotify to see some of their old tracks and albums to see if I was familiar, and I've never seen any of that in my life.
Okay.
So sorry, guys. Moving on. Kind of in the same vein of Thornhill, but just a tad bit heavier. The band Greyhaven that we've just recently talked about released a new track called Where the Light Leaves Us. And I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that they are cooking on a new album drop. So we're starting to see some singles here, which is good. Because I really like this band. And yeah, I'm excited for new music.
Yeah, I've been listening to them quite a bit recently. When we first talked about them, when Cemetery Sun and that other track came out, Burn a Miracle, I was like, I'll give these guys a shot, and I did, and I instantly fell in love. Like, they've got the right amount of, just that calm kind of like, all right, cool, you guys can strum a little bit, do some stuff, and then they get real goddamn heavy real quick, and it just throws me for a loop every time. And they've just been on constant rotation now. So I believe this song came on. I was cleaning the apartment a little bit today, just to kind of recover from the show yesterday. In my mind, something easy to do, not really think too hard. And this came on the playlist, and solid track for sure.
Oh, yeah. This was a little weird because I didn't know that they were doing anything, but the band From First to Last is back.
Okay.
And have released a new track called Mirror Soul. And I believe this features who is
Sonny?
this? It does not feature Sonny. I don't believe Sonny is in the band. I believe it is everybody from First to Last minus Sonny.
Okay.
So their guitarist is doing vocals.
Gotcha.
Which he used to do backup vocals back in the day. So it kind of makes sense. No, this new track features Kellen Quinn.
Oh, yeah.
From Sleeping with Sirens.
Right.
So that's cool. I'm not a giant Sleeping with Sirens fan, but he has been on quite a few songs that I've been listening to, oddly enough. And I'm not quite sure if I love this track that much. It is cool to see them back. I loved them back in the day. But I don't know. It's just not the same. I feel like you need Sonny in order to make this comeback successful.
Once you take that long off, Well, and it's not like they've been broken up since like the height. Like they've had a couple of tracks in the last few years. Just reading up a little bit, like something in 2017, I think 2019, 2024. Couple new songs here and there, you know. So they've been slowly putting stuff out. They've been here doing and there, shit, you know. But if you want to really capitalize on, you know, a reunion, really getting into new music, like, and I know it seems like Sonny's really doing great for himself with the production, the EDM, the house stuff. If you're happy, dog. I love that, but
I mean, I don't know. Is he? I haven't fucking paid attention to Skrillex and
yeah, he was doing like sound. I'm not gonna say soundtracks, but there was I was reading up a while back that he was involved in some certain projects. I was like, oh damn, like he was doing the music for that. That's crazy. I just don't remember what it was.
I mean, it is pretty sweet when these like electronic like DJ style artists can like get into like movie music production.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of similar to like, I don't know if you've listened to it at all, but funny enough, Nine Inch Nails just released their new score from the new Tron movie that's coming out.
Yeah, me and Kat are going to see that. Huge Tron fans now. We're a little sad that Jared Leto is attached to it and he's like the main character, so I feel like
I agree.
He's gonna morb so hard in that movie, dude. It's morbid time.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking forward to it. Now, I would love to see Tron. I mean, my dad showed me the original Tron, you know, when I was really old enough to understand movies. He's like, dude, this is so cool. It is so cool.
Yeah.
Tron Legacy, dope movie. Daft Punk, one of my all-time favorite musicians, did the soundtrack for that. Now,
that soundtrack was really good too.
Such a banger. And yeah, I would love to re-explore that moment when I first listened to it and everything, but that's fine. But now it seems like things are going a little darker, and you know, Jared Leto's like typecast as kind of that guy, I guess. I'm not surprised that Nine Inch Nails is doing the soundtrack to a Jared Leto fronted Tron movie at all. But it is very exciting to listen to Trent go off on a soundtrack, so I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, that it makes 100% sense to have Nine Inch Nails just do an album for Tron itself. But yeah, Jared Leto kind of brings it even farther together. And I agree with you. I am a big Tron fan, but at the same time, I feel a little weird about this one because, yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, first of all, Jared Leto, in my opinion, is not that great of an actor. He fucking was the absolute worst Joker in history of Jokers.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw a list of the actors that have played the Joker ranked, and there were voice actors that scored better than him as the Joker.
Good. I'm not surprised. Now, let me say this. Mark Hamill was one of those voice actors, and he did it for a long time. So, yeah, he definitely deserves.
Yeah, wasn't him. There were multiple voice
other
actors
ones,
above Jared Leto.
Fair.
But anyways, yeah, he just he sucks, and he kind of creeps me out. He's like a fucking cult leader, and
yeah, as far as I understand,
just kind of a creepy dude.
Right.
So yeah, I'm not super excited that he's in it, but I have listened to this soundtrack the other night, and it was really good.
Hell yeah. No spoilers, man. I'm waiting to see the movie to listen to it, so shut up. Shut up now.
That's fine. I don't want to talk about it, to be honest with you.
Cool.
We got a new EP release by pop punk band Alkaline Trio.
Yep.
It is called Bleeding Out, and it is pretty good. I've been a big Alkaline Trio fan for quite a while. Some of their newer stuff, I would say I kind of stopped listening to them right around the time that Matt Skiba joined Blink-182.
Yeah.
So I can't really comment on anything that's happened during that time or after that time. So this is the first time hearing of them since Matt Skiba, was relieved of his duties with Blink-182, and it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's anywhere near the best of their work, but it's worth listening to.
I gave it a couple listens, and it wasn't anything that excited me too much. It excites me that, yeah, of course, new Alkaline Trio, I'm about it.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for more releases to see,
Yeah, you got to get a bigger sample size.
Right.
And also, I'm sure there's plenty of people that agree with me, and there's plenty of people that disagree with me. But I've always thought that Matt Skiba belongs in Alkaline Trio. And thank you for stepping in to keep Blink-182 alive long enough for Tom to come to his senses. But he just didn't, in my opinion, jive all the best with Blink-182.
Right.
I wanted to like it a lot because I'm a giant Blink-182 fan.
Yeah.
I give them credit for, me getting into punk and alternative music, and which eventually kind of took off into hardcore and metal and the whole 9 yards. But it's just nice to see Matt back with Alkaline Trio and see Tom back with Blink-182. Everyone's in their spots.
Exactly. Just stay there and we will thrive. Everyone will be happy.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And if you guys want, you can go on tour together so that I can see you both at the same time.
Right.
And try to make the tickets for this show not more than $200 because I can't fucking afford it.
Fair.
In other news, Dying Fetus has released a new track called Into the Cesspool, and it fucking rips.
Okay. I haven't listened to this one yet. Dying Fetus, I'm not against them, but it's just one of those bands that I don't go after,
I'm with you. And I have an opinion about them, and this new track solidifies that opinion. It fucking rips.
Hell yeah.
And then the last new track that I decided to add on here for reasons that I'll explain a little bit, but we got a new song by Aerosmith, which doesn't really fit in the show all that well. Although we do give tribute to the OGs of rock and roll. But the reason I bring this up is this new Aerosmith song, My Only Angel, features Young Blood, who has been kind of blowing up in the headlines ever since his kind of mentorship with Ozzy Osbourne kind of became public. And then his awesome performance of Changes from the Ozzy retirement show live stream that we saw.
Yeah.
The final Black Sabbath show. And then obviously when Ozzy Osbourne passed away a couple weeks later, he released this cover of this of Changes on Spotify, and it's really good. But yeah, I listened to this song once over today just so that I would know that what I was talking about when I brought this up. And I will preface this by saying I don't care for Aerosmith. Pretty much ever.
Yeah.
Pretty much no point in their history have I ever been a big fan of Aerosmith. I think they're pretty cheesy in fact. But I will say that apparently it's a big deal that Steven Tyler is back singing.
Yeah, he had some sort of throat thing going on.
Yeah, apparently he had surgery.
Yeah.
And they said that he would never be able to sing the same as he used to.
Right.
And then people were surprised when he showed up at the final Black Sabbath show and sang. and people were super excited that he still had every bit of his chops that he once had.
Okay.
So I'll say I respect the fact that they're putting out new music, and I also respect the fact that he has welcomed Youngblood into this track, because though I am not a giant fan of his music, I have been seeing a lot more of his stuff on Instagram, and I think he is a very genuine dude with good intentions, and he's just a fucking for real rock and roll dude. I think he's like, some people could somewhat argue the fact that MGK has also kind of come out to be like a more traditional rock and roll star as of recently, because most people kind of like stay chill in the background and they just kind of live normally. Whereas like you think of rock and roll, like rock stars, like they're like the Motley Crues, the fucking Kiss, like they're putting on a show, they're being rebellious, they're being crazy, and this guy
does that.
He lives that lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah. So I respect him, and I respect Aerosmith for still doing what they're doing to this day.
Right. Hell yeah. I'll say I've been dismissing Youngblood on my end as, to me, it just, the way he looks and what I hear about how he acts, he just reminds me of the whole Black Veil Brides beef with the industry. He's like a pretty boy. He dresses a certain way. He acts like, oh, like, watch me, look at me. And maybe it's a little shallow. I've just been dismissing everything as, just another one of those situations. I'll just focus on what I'm focusing on, And that's why I haven't really stayed up with him.
No, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. It does kind of come off that way, but like then when you realize that he actually has like pretty strong rock roots,
right?
He's actually just a fucking rock star. He's like a new version of a rock star,
right? Hey, I think,
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm not saying we need it, but I've talked about this in the past very heavily, but we need that next generation of those guys and gals, we need more representation just in general. I feel like metal has, kind of, I'm not gonna say stagnated, but it does kind of feel like most of the major releases and news and whatever does kind of steer towards bands that have been around for 20, 30, 40 odd years, still doing stuff. And a lot of these newer acts aren't getting enough major representation. Like, we do this and we talk about it. There's Loudwire, there's Metal Injection, there's Metal Suck. There's all those news places where we can get that, but we know where to find it. But in the Grammys, in other music industry awards, whatever, we're slowly getting back up there on our newer releases, newer artists, stuff like that. So that's cool. And if that's what Youngblood becomes, I'll support it. I have nothing against the guy.
Yeah. Until you give us a reason.
Exactly. And then we'll talk about it here live on the Riff Report. Breaking news.
Well, that is all of the news that we got for you today. But we have got to be getting up there in time for this episode.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to pass this along to you. I've been talking for so long. My throat is a little
so
hoarse.
Parched. Of course, I've just been the riffer in this section. I'll give you a break, Ryan. We've got a fun new little section calling it the perfect lineup. We're gonna go ahead and just use the old brain cages to make a brain thunderstorm, and pick out 5, 6, 7, a bunch of bands to kind of build an outdoor festival kind of situation. It is festival season, And I know I definitely messaged you and was like, please, can we do this? I didn't get to go to Louder Than Life, so let's do this one. So this is gonna be that live feeling on if I could have made it this year, what would have been the perfect lineup? Now there may be some overlap because festivals have gotten pretty big and there's a lot of bands in them, but I think let's go ahead and start with some openers. Like who do we think that doesn't get a lot of recognition that we could put out there? Now, my first, I don't want to put them as an opener.
Well, here's my rationale here.
Okay.
Here's my rationale. Okay, so if the way that we're doing this is, we kind of talked about this a little earlier.
Yeah.
The way we're doing this is, you get a stage.
Okay.
I get a
stage. Okay. You like that? All right.
We're talking. This is the Riff Report Festival, and you've got the Ryan stage, and you've got the Tyler stage.
Okay. So I'm gonna make my stage. And then
we've got like five. Yeah. We've got like 5 bands per stage.
Yep.
So you're gonna want to go hard.
Okay. For sure.
So a band that wouldn't necessarily be an opener might be an opener here.
Right. That's fair. So I don't know, some of the bands that I'd like to see that I haven't seen in these situations. Man, this is gonna be hard. I'll have to find one of the best ways I've ever started a festival. This is who I'm starting off with. It kind of sucks, but I'm just gonna assume we're starting off at like noon, 1 o'clock. One of the first Warped tours I'd gone to. This was like 2010, 2011, 2012. August Burns Red was honestly one of the perfect ways to start a show. So I'm going to start off with them. They've got good lyrics. They've got driving riffs. It's good old, and because they're signed to Solid State, some good old fashioned Christian metal, dude. Nothing too heavy, but nothing too light. It's just a perfect balance. So I think I'm going to start off with them. Do we just want to swap off on openers and then?
Yeah. Okay. Let's swap off.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be, you know me, I'm on the heavier side, so I'm gonna there's gonna be some fucking bangers up in here. So just to keep things real blood pumping for the start of this show, I'm gonna give the opening slot to progressive deathcore band from Nashville, Tennessee called Dissonation.
Okay.
These guys are a little less known, but they've been hitting marketing super hard on social media. So I think they're like getting a little bit more of a following lately. But they're just like they're fucking super heavy, dude. Their song Earth Defect is my favorite song by them. The whole thing rips. It's not a very long song, but it is just banger from fucking start to finish. They just put out a new song called Ignite Hell this year, which is a pretty big banger of a song. So yeah, I'm gonna give the spot to these guys because I feel like that'll get you going. If we're starting this day off at like 1 p.m., if it's hot out, this would be a good thing to listen to, standing there in the hot sun.
Yeah, right. Okay. Good start.
What about you? What's next?
So after ABR, and I'm starting to feel a little bad. I put like such a big name band like as an opener. I'd mean nothing by this ABR.
No, you're good.
Jake, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I need to start my day with a nice hot cup of coffee of you guys. Next up, let's see. So we're getting, it's getting a little bit towards the midday to, afternoon or a little late afternoon. We've got to have, probably get some, time in. We're going to go ahead and skip out on your heavy shit, Ryan. Well, no, they're separate. Yeah, for whatever. I'm gonna go get some food real quick, and then I'm gonna come back. So I'm a little energized. I got a drink.
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to just get stuck in a solid state loop, but I feel like that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna skip it up a little bit. We're gonna have Make Them Suffer go on next.
Oh, they've got, yeah, dude.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They got some good sounds. It's a little more, I don't know, I've seen the song Ghost of Me. That shows up a lot on my playlist. They've got, some synthy sort of sets, real driving, once again, kind of riffs. They get a little heavy. I think I'm going to put them on next, keep the energy going. I'm going to do that one.
I like it. Well, we're going to kill the shit out of our crowd because the next band that I'm going to choose, I'm also going to keep the blood a pumping.
Okay.
And I'm going to we just talked about them being pulling double duty at Louder Than Life and Riot Fest this weekend. This band is Throne.
Okay.
I'm going to give
Good
them
choice.
Second slot on the Ryan stage. This band is just overall good. They're heavy. They just fucking, I feel like they just keep it rolling.
Right.
They just keep the show rolling. What do you got for the next next
one?
Slot?
This one we're moving to the late afternoon, more early evening now, so it's not quite dark out, but the sun's going down. So now we can start considering, I guess, more smoke, maybe some lights.
Some lights.
Right. It's not going to be the perfect. I'm actually
maybe pyrotechnics.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. One of the coolest sets I'd seen was Parkway Drive. They had some sick pyrotechnics.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I would love to say Parkway Drive, but I'm going to pull out. I've seen these guys more than enough in festivals and indoors, but we're talking like some pyrotechnics and shit.
Yeah.
I'm bringing out Mastodon. That's who I'm doing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm talking like 5, 6 o'clock, in the fall. We're throwing them out there. They got some. They've always got bangers. I will watch them anytime, anywhere. I don't care, but I'm thinking this is most appropriate for them. We've got some of the younger guys, which we're all 30s to 40s now, but now it's time to give the old guys a little crack at the stage before they have to go to bed. So Mastodon's coming out. They've got their smoke. They've got their trippy, backdrop going. I think this would be a good choice for that one. But they're not playing any specific album. I love you guys to death, and Leviathan was really good, but I need some Remission Love real quick. I need some Crack the Sky. I'm trying to see something from The Hunter real quick.
Oh, yeah.
I need it, you know what I mean? So please, guys, something from The Hunter next. Curl of the Burl. Let me hear that live.
Dude, hell yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that'd be very fair.
No, I agree. I would love to see Mastodon on just a medley of all of their music.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to hear a Mastodon Through the Ages show.
Yeah, that would be sick. A little more Hush and Grim going on,
Oh, yeah. Well, my third slot. So let's recap real quick. Who you got on your stage?
I'm starting off with ABR.
Yep.
We've got Make Them Suffer coming in next.
Yep.
Followed up by Mastodon.
Hell yeah, dude. We're off to a good start.
Right.
I got Dissonation.
Yep.
And I've gone into Throne.
Yep.
Next, we're keeping it real hype with the Callous Dowboys.
Okay. All right. I feel like they usually get thrown on like early slots, so maybe do them a favor. Yeah, throw them a little bit.
I'm giving them
a little bit later. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, I can see this show being really good at like sunset with a little bit of smoke and lights going on.
Right. people have had several drinks at this point if they're pacing themselves, you know. You've had a few drinks, you know, like I said, you got to eat. Maybe you checked out the merch booth, but it is starting to get to high temp times, so maybe not yet. I don't know.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I think, dude, this would be a killer show.
Hell yeah.
What do you got next?
All right, so we're moving on towards like 6, 7. You know, it's starting to get darker, so we need better light shows and stuff like that. I'm gonna this isn't a cop out, but I'm gonna be a little fanboy. I just got to see him. I'm super excited. I'm still running on the adrenaline from the show. I'm throwing North Lane on next. They don't have, I honestly feel like they don't have enough representation here in the US. They're great, they're heavy. There was a solid 200-ish, 300-ish people at this show, maybe. I don't know. I'm not good at judging crowd sizes, but it was decent. But last night at the North Lane show, I felt like there was enough, but because they were in elevation, they're not as renowned. We don't get to see them as often in the US. So let's throw them on an outdoor festival where we've got tens of thousands of people, maybe, and give them some love, dude. Like they put on a great light show. The guitarist was wearing these sweet little sunglasses that had like eyes on them and they kept blinking, and it was really cool. And they're a little synthier heavy, so it goes well with the lights. It's perfect. I think they're great. They're not quite headliner material.
Yeah.
But they're perfect for that kind of early evening set. So I'm throwing in North Lane.
Hell yeah, you've given them fourth slot, huh?
Yeah.
You're really hooking them up.
I'm trying.
Well, my fourth spot, I'm going big because where I'm going last, I'm going even bigger. I'm reaching for the stars.
Okay.
This band I've seen before.
Okay.
And I think I will probably see them any chance I get because I'm a giant fan. And that is Knocked Loose.
Nice. Okay.
Enough said.
I'm trying to rack my brain, and there was a smaller band stage. I want to say it was Knocked Loose that I got to see him. It wasn't like quite the Battle of the Band stage, but this was in Tinley Park, one of the last times I went to Warped Tour before its dissolution or dissonation. And I just remember, you know, all that. I want to say it was, but it was cool to see them. They were kind of like early-ish afternoon. It was like 1 o'clock when I got to see them. But I got to try and catch them again and see their sets just so I can share that feeling with you, Ryan. But I haven't quite yet.
They're fucking killer. They put on a damn good show.
Hell yeah.
They're kind of like, to me, kind of like Lorna Shore. If they're around and I'm able to make the show, I'm going in.
Okay.
I don't care.
Fair.
Yep.
All right, we doing how many are we thinking? We're starting
Headliner-palooza.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're
this is Headliner-palooza right now. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, man, you threw Northland on fourth. Where are you going? If you need to, I can whip up a quick encore band for myself.
Okay. Trying to think who I want to see. I had somebody in mind. I want to say Under Oath. I want them to close out. I would love to see them in a headliner situation. I've actually never been able to catch them live, and it makes me so sad. But if I could give them some love too, and bring out, you know, yeah, it's an older band. Oh my God, where's the representation for newer bands? But I feel like they've reinvented their sound enough. I think they could throw down with these guys. Spencer and Aaron and Tim and all of you guys. I forgot the other two guys' names. I'm sorry. You deserve some new love. Like, let's get them headlining. I think I could do that,
dude. Speaking of Spencer Chamberlain, he apparently made a guest appearance at the most recent Bring Me to the Horizon show to do a bullet with my name on live.
Well, they just played it louder than live, so if it was there, dude, I'm
pretty sure it might have been there.
The one year I decide not to go, they do something so cool. That's unfortunate.
So
That's
yeah,
that'd
be sweet to see.
You know what I mean?
But you know what? You might be able to see it at your fucking festival, dude. You put them on the headliner spot.
You know what I mean? Maybe he comes out and does.
What if they invite Ollie? You know?
Yeah. That'd be
sweet.
All
right, so this is the last one.
This is the last one, yeah.
Last one. All right, last one. I'm gonna fucking fuck everyone's night up.
Okay.
In a good way. I will say this because I have seen this band before. I have seen them in a sports stadium outside in the open air at night, and that is Gojira.
Okay. Really
I
good
would
choice.
have Gojira close out the night.
Okay.
And just fucking light it up.
That's a really good plan. I've seen him a couple times, and the first time was outdoors. It was actually the first year I went to Louder Than Life. But the next time was in Detroit. They were co-headlining with Mastodon, and they ended up headlining that set. Made me happy because I'd already seen them, hadn't got to catch Mastodon, so it was my first time. Second time, actually. I hadn't been able to catch them, but yeah, great nighttime kind of show. Definitely finish it out. I don't know what song they would end with, because they're all just bangers. Whatever song you end with from their discography is just heavy, 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 and then done. Get out of here, you know?
Yeah.
Try and fall asleep after that.
If I could, well, listen, so if you're doing a festival like this, it's probably going to be in a city or in the suburbs of a city. You probably got to travel to get there. So you got a little bit of travel to go back home. So you're going to need that adrenaline to get you through the car ride back home.
Okay.
So I think the best song to end with would be The Heaviest Matter on
in the universe. Right. Okay.
Heaviest Matter of the Universe.
Yeah. I would like to I would like that. That would be great.
Yeah. Okay. I do. One of my fondest memories of seeing Gojira live actually is they played Flying Whales, and right when the song started, they threw out a bunch of inflatable whales into the crowd.
What?
So there's just whales flying
That's
through
awesome.
the crowd while they're playing.
I love that.
That was sick. It was sick.
Did they play the whole intro?
I can't remember, dude. Okay. Like I said, they were closing, and I like to have some beverages at shows, so sometimes I don't quite remember details.
That's all right. It's like an 8-minute song with that intro. If they cut it out, it's like a 4-minute song. I've read interviews where they're like,
cut it out.
They're like, we don't do that intro because why? Like, why would you want to sit there? And people have complained about that. They're like, why don't you do the whole thing? It's like, it's 5 minutes of just 8 notes.
So that they can give you another song.
Exactly. Right.
So that they can play one more song for you because it's worth it.
Exactly. So fair. That's a solid end to it. I can agree with that.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, maybe someday that this happens and we put together that exact lineup.
Exactly. That'd be fun.
But yeah, that would be a killer time.
Oh yeah.
But that is all the time that we have
for
this evening.
Yup.
So shout out to our socials. Follow us on Instagram at the.riff.report. We are on YouTube at the Riff Report News. You can listen to this or watch us on Spotify every week. I wanted to remind you guys that we will be releasing new episodes every Tuesday at 9 p.m. on Spotify, Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. on YouTube. So if you got Spotify, you get a little sneak peek at what's to happen. But for now, Stay loud, stay angry, and we will catch you in the pit.